re ke ra kgona hore re be le mine mona mine ona o bohlokwa empa re ke ra kgona hore o be teng mona ho rona hobane re batho ba iphedisang ka leruo la rona le bohlokwa haholo ke lona le bang le re phedisa and re ke ra kgona le hape le ho tlosa mona tulong e bang re ho yona re ye tulong e nngwe hobane re huletse mona re batho ba mona ba rule diphoofolo haholo so mine ke wa lokela mona ka baka la leruo la rona le tse ding dintho tse bang re phela ka tsona.
The reason why we organized this exchange was because we realized that there are several organizations and people that are implementing all kinds of soil, water, grassland conservation, and all of us are doing different things with the ultimate aim of making sure that we have healthy landscapes. But we wanted to organize this exchange because we believe that healthy landscapes and abundant water by themselves are not the end. Because if you use them effectively, then you want to grow wealth for the communities that reside on those landscapes. Hence, the organization of the exchange, so that people can come and see that after we do the conservation with the communities, after we build the capacity, and when the livestock from the community now is very productive, it's healthy, we are now helping the communities to sell that livestock and make a living, because we believe that you cannot restore landscapes unless you restore people's livelihoods.
If this kind of a program is replicated in different areas of Eastern Cape, it has got the potential to benefit a lot of people. I've got no doubt.
Abantu abaqhuquzelela lenkqubo ndinqwenela into yoba benza ngaphezulu kwabesenza ukwenzela into yoba imimandla yethu iphuhliseke njengoko ke nemfuyo yethu kubonakala into yoba sizawukwazi ukudla ngayo ngendlela efanelekileyo ithengiseke ibe semgangathweni.
What we have been here, we are here for a learning exchange program for both from us Department of Range Resources Management from Lesotho and District of Mokhotlong, as well as organizers we just call ERS. So what we are here, we are going to show our side of the department from Lesotho on how we manage the rangeland so that our farmers can beat it, and we're going to gain from them how they manage the rangeland so that the farmers in Matati benefit. I would just say that the program has been very, very useful to us, the exercise which has been conducted. I think it would be better or to be beneficial if we cannot stop here, if you can go in your country to share the same experience which you have gained here.
Lizosiza kakhulu futhi umphakathi lo ulekelela kakhulu ngoba liyakhona futhi ukuthi nokuthi lixoshe ikade eziyo njengoba amathuba emisebenzi angekho kunje.
Ndingathi mabaqhubele phambili because thina basincedile kakhulu, basivulele ingcango ezininzi, nabanye abantu out there abangasondela kubo bangancedakala kakhulu kutsho ku-eliminate ukuhlupheka, poverty kwi-communities zethu.
Ya iyasinceda yona ukuthi isondele apha ukuthi ngoba asinawo amandla okuya le edown uma isedown. Isinceda kakhulu ukuthi nemfuyo yethu sinakekele siyazi ukuthi sizawuthengisa. Iyabakhuthaza ukuthi bahlale beza ngapha.
How about 7.5? 7.5, I got 7.6, 7.7, 7.8, 7.9. Have a good 8 there. 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4.
as Conservation South Africa, we work within this landscape, and we work with the local people to restore this landscape, to improve the landscape, to stop the degradation of the landscape, removing water, also working with people to reintroduce rotational grazing so that the veld or the rangelands could be able to recover. So the auction is the end point where we assist the local people to be able to access the red meat market. As you saw from yesterday's presentation, that about 50% of all the livestock in South Africa sits with the communal areas, but only 5% of that 50% gets to the red meat market. The auction, therefore, is a means to bring an auction to the local people here so that their livestock are able to reach the market, and by so doing they are able to make money for themselves. And the prices are very high this year due to the fact that we are just coming out of the drought season. As a result, there is a high demand for cows nationwide. These people, if they look after their land, they have a sustainable way of life by looking after the rangelands, looking after the landscape, rehabilitating degraded landscape. By so doing, they're supporting their livestock. And if they have so much livestock and then an auction is brought to them here, they are able to make money, and the money goes to them directly, as opposed to somebody who wants to frack or to mine the landscape, which is going to destroy their landscape. And once the landscape is trashed, then it's gone. And then those people, they will be here for maybe 20 years and then they will be gone. The people will be left with a landscape that is degraded, that has been trashed, and they will never be able to have to create any jobs for themselves.
First, there are two things. One is conservation of biodiversity has to be a priority. And we have come to learn that you can't do conservation without taking into consideration other realities of communities. So it's a give and take kind of situation. So what we have done is we had to understand the communities first, what drives their way of life, their understanding of the landscape they have, and then plan with them, not for them, plan with them and make sure they guide the process. Yes, we do have some technical issues that are very detailed and deep, but we make sure they understand them. And after that, it becomes easier for us to come with a plan that each one of them will be a champion of. And this one example that has never been done anywhere else except here. And we're very much proud to have been part of this. And going forward is one way in which we'll just adapt it to different landscapes.
So we had a sharing session yesterday, really around approaches and experiences, very practical, and briefed everybody on how the whole Meat Naturally model works. And it's mainly aimed at rangeland restoration through good communal governance. And today has really just been a fun day here at the auction. These animals that are being loaded have been bought by, I think there were 6 different buyers today. So the sellers, who are local people who've been part of the grazing management program, have sold between 1 and 10 animals each. Some people have probably made 50 or 60,000 today. So this program is really, it was going before the fracking applications came along, and it will continue going afterwards. It benefits thousands of people. Really what we're trying to promote through this program as well, and it was an afterthought, it was never part of their initial planning, was that this is an alternative, more feasible, sustainable economic venture than fracking could ever be.
Sisizakela ukuthi kube yibona bayeza basondele eduze besiba nenkinga yokuthi uma ufuna ukuthengisa kufanele uqhube isikhathi inkomo isikhathi eside, mhlawumbe uhamba insuku noba 3 ziyafika la kuyothengiswa khona sezehlile nasegazini bese zingasayenza imali kahle manje. Kanti futhi nokuthi uziqashele into ozazilayisha ngayo, ewe uyazilayisha uzakhokha futhi ngala, kube yindleko nje uyadayisa lapha, so uyazi khona nomunye umuntu osekufanele umkhokhele. Kanti njengamanje makudayiswa kanje uvela usuke ekhaya uqhube inkomo zakho la ufika udayise, uma ungenele imali uyakhona ukujikisa inkomo yakho.
This is very interesting. This is a very good way of running a rural economy which is not disruptive to people's normal daily lives. You know, people continue with their normal cultural practices and normal lives. They don't leave their families, they don't leave their children, they continue to live in their own homesteads, you know, and then once in a while they come to get value for their livestock. So it's a very sustainable economic model in my view, and I think it would be good even in our country to introduce it.
Siyajabulela kakhulu ukungena kweproject yaba-ARS endaweni yethu. Liwavula amathuba emisebenzi ebantwini. And then futhi nendawo sikwazile manje ukuthi somzongwana sikwazi ukuthi imfuyo yethu ibe nendawo yokudla. Namhlanje silitholile ulwazi, siyakwazi nokuthi imfuyo yethu uma igula yelashwa kanjani. U-ARS usondezele lokho ukuthi siyajabulela kakhulu angathi bengasoloko iqhubeka isivula imiqondo and yenza konke lokhu ekwenzayo. Siyakujabulela kakhulu kakhulu.
So to the sellers, I would like to say that they must hang on to their livestock, and I think they've seen now that waiting for the local auction to come to them is worth it. They save a lot of money, they still get a good price, but they don't have other expenses like transport or other commissions. Fracking or serious mining activities could have a major effect on the livelihoods out here. We are busy proving by the amount of livestock that are being sold and that are contributing to people's livelihoods that it's a real game changer. If you have livestock and if you manage them properly, you can farm with nature. If there's an external big enterprise like mining, it could well ruin it for a lot of communal households in terms of livestock and raising livestock successfully. As you could see, the quality of livestock today sold, you probably won't get that if there's a lot of other interference.
Obviously, people who are keeping cattle in areas like this find it hard to take them to market, so they don't have the same marketing opportunities that commercial farmers would have. So it brings lots of people together and enables them to sell their cattle for much better prices than they'd get otherwise. So it's a good income earning opportunity for people.
We would really want to work very closely with the relevant government departments and other partners, because we would like to be able to promote this kind of work across other landscapes in South Africa, because we have proof that livestock farming on landscapes that have been properly rehabilitated and maintained with capacitated communities can actually result in very successful entrepreneurship in the communities. So we would like the government to work in partnership with us, really, especially those that are into agriculture and rural development, because this is what I would call rural development, unlike anything else, because these are the rural people that are making a livelihood from their land. So come on board, let's work together, let's help these communities to be self-sufficient.
We left him by himself. They didn't go very far. And they were like next to him.